When we say we're going to be studying cults at Secret Church 18, maybe one of the first potential cult that comes to our mind, and the one that many of us are familiar with, is Mormonism. Many of us have experienced Mormon missionaries knocking on our doors, or we've seen them walking, riding bikes around nearby neighborhoods. But I wonder how many people avoid getting in conversations with people who call themselves Mormons. I mean, how many of us have turned off the lights and pretended like nobody's home when a Mormon missionary came knocking at the door? Maybe it's because we're afraid they'll stump us with a question we don't know the answer to, or that maybe they'll have a response that we know isn't true, but we're just not sure exactly how to contradict. Or maybe it's because we read a blog or follow somebody on Instagram or support a politician or just have a friend who is Mormon, and they all appear to be pretty moral, conservative people whose beliefs don't seem all that different from ours. And so we start to wonder, well, maybe they are Christians. In fact, 97% of Mormons would say they are Christians. But that's the question, are they? And if not, then what's the difference between Mormon belief and the gospel? Like, what do I do when I get in a conversation with someone who says they're Mormon about the differences between our beliefs? How important is it to share the gospel with them? In Secret Church 18, we're going to be exploring the answers to these questions and more. We're going to explore what Mormons believe and teach about God, about Scripture and authority, about people and sin and Jesus and salvation and judgment and eternity. And then we're going to talk about ways to clearly, humbly, compassionately share the gospel with them. We can't be deceived by counterfeit gospels in our midst, in our lives, and we want to share the true gospel. We want to know the difference between that which is true and that which is counterfeit. This is important in our own lives. This is important for people around us who say they're Mormon, and ultimately this is important because the gospel matters, and we want God to be glorified in our lives and in the world around us.